What is up, everybody? Hope you guys have been doing well. This isn't clickbait. I am moving out of my studio and I'll explain more. Where do I start? I guess I'll start sharing from the beginning when I first got my studio space. So I got my studio around 3 years ago. Wow, 3 years ago. The reason why I got the studio space is because it was the beginning of my journey as an artist, creative entrepreneur. It was a couple months after college. I was working at multiple jobs, trying to figure out what I wanted to do and who I wanted to be. As soon as I got the studio space, I decided to document my journey as an artist, and therefore this channel was birthed. I started this channel, creating vlogs and just sharing my memories and random videos. I created a lot of memories here, met a lot of awesome people through the studio, had a lot of opportunity at the studio. The studio really was my cave where I got to really dive deep into who I am, spent a lot of time with God, spent a lot of time with my work, spent a lot of time just trying to figure out me, like Eddie, who are you? What do you want to do? I've been here for 3 years. The first year I was still living in Irvine, Tustin, and commuting to the studio and living at home. But you know that when you're under your parents' roofs, you have to live under their rules, and I couldn't live under that. So I moved out. I actually lived in the studio. That's something I didn't share on this channel, actually. I didn't share with you guys where I lived. I actually lived in the studio. It's not that it was a secret. There's a difference between privacy and secrecy. I didn't keep that a secret. Everyone around me, all my friends from V3, GI, they all knew that I lived here. I just never shared that directly to you guys. But now you know. Now you knew. Now you know, now you knew. Now you know that I lived here. Now to get to the point, why am I moving out of the studio? It was actually never in my plan to move out of the studio. I honestly thought that I was gonna be in my studio for the next possibly 10 years. My fiance Stella and I, we were planning to get a place in mid-April to early April. A really small place so that I can keep my studio and have a place to live called home. But about a month and a half ago, the owners of this unit, which is owned by God's Image, asked to meet with me, and they talked to me and they told me that they needed this space. And I 100% understood, and I was completely on board with it because it's a ministry that I serve at and I dearly love. But at the same time, I got very emotional and I didn't get upset, not at all. I guess fearful. I got afraid. I was thinking, where am I gonna move my studio? What am I gonna do? Like, I invested so much into this place and had so much planned. So once they told me that, in my mind I was thinking, okay, maybe I have like 6 months, maybe I have a year, maybe I have some time, so it's okay, I can look for a different place. But I was scheduled to move out around like April to May-ish before summer hit, so they can renovate the place before the new season started. And so what I had to do was, a month ago, Stella and I, we looked around places to move in. Where could we move but at the same time keep my studio? And then we realized that it'd be better for me to move in earlier, like this month earlier. Like literally this month earlier. And I'm moving out this week, literally this week. But now financially, the move hit me harder than expected. I didn't expect it to hit me this hard, but it did. It's not that I can't afford it, it's more like all of this was unplanned and unexpected. I had no time to prepare for this move. It hit me so fast, out of nowhere, in an unplanned time where things were a little crazy in my life. I remember when I signed the papers to my place, I was terrified. I was scared. A lot of uncertainty. It's a new set of emotions that I've never felt before. And so what'll happen is this week I'm gonna move out of my studio and I'm gonna move my entire studio to my new place. The new place that I'm gonna be staying at. Tristan will be living with me for 3 months. He's actually living with me right now, next door. But he'll be moving in for 3 months. And after Stella and I get married in April, she'll be moving in. Like, I look at my life 3 years ago and now. I remember 3 years ago I was struggling financially. Stella and I were just dating, trying to figure things out in life, like what am I gonna do? She was still in college. Fast forward 3 years later, Stella and I are engaged, and screen printing has now become my full-time job. 3 years ago I had a teaching job, I had a restaurant job, I had said yes to everything, because in the beginning you have to learn how to say yes to everything, then you learn to say maybe, and then you learn to say no. Now I'm in a stage where I'm able to say no to certain opportunities because I know what I have to do. At first I created this channel to document my journey as an artist, creative entrepreneur, to figure myself out, to share my stories, to document where Stella and I went, and places, and Jaden, and friends, and V3, and God's image. But at the same time, just as I'm losing the studio now, that part of my life is also going to close. Not that I'm not going to be vlogging anymore, but in terms of the type of videos that I've been creating, I'm no longer going to be creating those for now. This is me saying no to something that I want to say yes to, but at the same time, I'm not saying never, because you should never say never. I know that Stella and I, we have plans for starting a different channel for our things in the future. I don't know, no guarantees. And so from here on out, my channel is going to be focused a lot more on clothing, topics such as like how to print your own shirts, more about screen printing, about clothing, what fabrics to use, what kind of hoodie material, like vendors and XYZ and all the, like I can think of a lot of topics to talk about at the same time, doing reviews too, just here and there, because I love doing those. And so I want to start focusing on branding myself and my channel as a clothing entrepreneur, artist, creative, faith-based kind of channel. I don't know if that makes sense. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank every single one of you guys that have watched my vlogs, that have journeyed with me, even some of you, very few of you who've been with me since the very beginning. For those of you that just joined in, welcome. It's just the beginning as well, but really thank you guys. I think without you guys, I wouldn't create these videos. I wouldn't make this video right now. I wouldn't share the things that I do or create the things that I create. Every time I talk into this camera, I'm always aware that there's someone that I know that is watching this. And I can confidently say that I've become the person I am today because of you guys. You guys being there, you guys give me those thumbs ups and commenting and viewing and helping me out and talking to me, and those of you that see me on a weekly basis talking to me about my vlogs or my videos throughout the week. So for the first time ever, on my website, I'm selling merch. Merch that I believe in, that's separate from Identity. Identity is focusing on creating designs and apparel that is scripture inspired, but mine on my website are more based upon my current state and things that I'm going through and what my channel is going to be about. I'll leave my link down in the description box below, but I'm going to be selling two types. I am wearing the first one right now. The first one says artist, and it's the word of my journey. This word is a summary of my journey for the past 3 years and discovering who I am and what I did, because I danced, I created videos, I did shirts, and I did design kind of, and I was like, what am I, what do I do? But in short, everyone's just an artist. And I made it this way because being an artist is a messy journey. It's not an easy journey, it's a hard journey, but it's such a rewarding journey. And then on the sleeve it says do more, do more, do more 5 times. It's a Champion branded long sleeve, reminding myself to do more, do more, do more, and do more. Because as an artist, creative entrepreneur, your goal is not to find the one right thing and succeed in it, it's to constantly do more to figure out what you can do. And under the shirt, it's a quote: every artist was first an amateur. When I look at successful artists, creatives, and entrepreneurs, I'm sometimes like, man, I wish I was there. I wish I was like them. But this quote reminds me that they were probably once where I was today. And maybe I can get there. I just have to keep doing more. I have to keep working hard as an artist, as a creative, as an entrepreneur. And the second type of long sleeve that I have is this. This is a punch. In my vlogs, I open up with a punch sound, so that's why I put a fist there. But this punch is all torn up and it's messed up because being an artist journey is tough and rough and hard, and you have to constantly punch through, push through. There are so many moments in my journey where I just wanted to punch something so hard because I was so stressed out, or I was so upset, or because I had so many losses. So I know that any of you who are artists, creators, or entrepreneurs are struggling. I know you have your struggle moments. I know it's hard, I know it's tough, but I want to encourage you guys to keep pushing through, punch through it, punch through life, punch through obstacles. So the punch long sleeve is also a Champion brand. Also, it says do more, do more, do more 5 times on the sleeves right over here, and it has the print under the shirt which says every artist was first an amateur. So if you guys would like to support, I'll leave the link down in the description box below. It would mean a lot if my content has ever encouraged you, made you smile, brought you happiness, positivity, encouraged you, helped you in any way, or made you smile, laugh, all that stuff. Your support would mean so much to me. It would help with the move, it would help with the transition of my life, it would help, I don't know how to word it, but I'd really, all the funds that I do raise through these sales is gonna go directly back into the channel, help me with the move. Also, as a bonus, I've unprivated all my private vlogs. I've created a playlist, and you can click the card right over here to check out all the past vlogs. I privated those because they were so embarrassing. I couldn't get myself to watch them, or I cringed every time, but I realized that was a part of my journey, and so I decided to make it public for you guys to see. Hope you guys do enjoy those. I'll continue to update you guys on the move and how things are going. The move has actually started, and the TV is already down. What else? The couch is still there because I gotta move that with the truck, but everything on this corner is gone. I used to have racks on down the hallway, but the racks are all gone as well, and this side, like, everything is slowly disappearing because I'm slowly moving things out. Anyway, I will be ending this vlog right now. The next time you guys see me, I don't know when, but I'll keep you guys updated as much as I can. So for the last time in the studio, remember to stay passionate, inspired, and grateful in all that you guys do, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Over. Good night, good morning, adios.